You are still on something, bro. You said since Floyd has been.
Since Floyd is still part of the MK party, and he's asking the country, is it okay for him to open another political party? Is it a right thing for him to do that while he's still in the MK or not?
For me, I feel like it's the right thing to do, although it's just coming from a bad point of view where everything is just going south for him. You see, it's the point where he has nowhere to run to, and now he's trying to be that point. He's trying to be that person where you see what Jacob Zuma did to the ANC. Coming up with MK party while you're still a member of the ANC. So Floyd is trying to do the same thing. He's saying, if you guys don't want me in the party, you better say it in public that you've chased me out of the party, and these are the reasons. Because if you check now, he's saying what he's being accused of is just petty things. There's nothing concrete about it.
Please fill me in.
Okay, cool.
What is he being accused of?
Okay,
I live in my own bubble.
You remember there was a time where now in the media they were saying Floyd went to meet Bushbuckridge.
Okay.
Yes, that
I don't want to lie. For me, that was... I questioned that.
It was bullshit.
Wait, why did you question that? What if I'm a firm believer? Because now what I've noticed now with many Christians now, if there is a man of God filled with scandals, they don't see the scandals, they see the word.
No, but he's a political person. We're speaking from a Floyd.
Even
from a political point.
I think here's the thing. You guys are agreeing to the same thing. But
I'm not agreeing with you.
You are agreeing with her, but just that you haven't heard her point. Who she's supporting and why she's saying that doesn't make sense. I think maybe you can firstly highlight to say what is it that's not making sense.
No, for me, I just didn't get this man is facing criminal charges, Lani. And you as a politician you have a right to go to his church. You know. For me, it's just, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, I was wrong. Seems like you guys are not agreeing to the same thing.
What are you saying?
So what I'm saying is, even though he's facing political charges, because you know certain times in the media or the higher powers, when they want to take you out of the game or they want to take you out of fame, they most likely will send you to prison. What if the man is innocent actually? No. He could be, because right now he went there maybe because for spiritual advice, because he wasn't looking at the scandals. He maybe believes in Bush's power, and then he went there for spiritual advice.
I just believe we can all do whatever we want to do. At the end of the day, it's his life, it's his faith. We don't have a right to say angai queen and whatever. But my thing was, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. You know.
Okay. Let me come in with this point as well. He's been a follower of Bushir, I think, even before he joined.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Remember, even the likes of Malima, they used to make some appearance in Bushir's church. They would even go meet him in his office before he goes in for the congregation and stuff on Sundays. They've been doing that. People from the ANC, we've seen so many of them go to Bushiri's church. And you know why they do that? The guy has a huge following as well. Like they usually do when it's time for elections. They'll come to this church, go to the next church, go to that church, go to Shembe's church, go to Apostolic, what. So even for Floyd, I feel like when they're saying he wasn't supposed to go and meet him, I get it. Yes, at the moment, Bushiri is a fugitive. And him being a fugitive, obviously, when you go to meet him, yes, maybe for spiritual reasons he's going there. But then what about your political mindset? What is it saying to you?
And your image as a politician.
But I don't feel like he was supposed to have been suspended because of that, or maybe taken down because of it.
Is that why he was suspended?
Yes, that's the reason
why
he was demoted from the Secretary General to just an ordinary member right now.
But I also heard that somebody came also with false evidence. So allegedly somebody came with false evidence that Floyd is trying to oust Zuma in for the
he
president.
said that.
So that was also another reason also for him to be taken out of the position. Let me turn around.
But that's still bullshit. I
want to turn around this story. So now we've heard that these pastors, criminals use churches to loot money.
That's true. To wash money, yeah. Whenever they want to
even
wash
politicians
money,
use that too.
yeah.
So I'm coming out here with a conspiracy too.
Sure.
That what if this guy Floyd didn't come with a pure heart
Where?
into the MK?
Nah, that's not true.
Okay, no, wait, okay. So
That's not true.
let me see. Let me just see. What if Floyd Shivambu, because he knew that they're all Zulus. Ain't nowhere in South Africa is gonna be new to a Tsonga person when you hear that Zulus are the ones who are most tribalist to the Tsonga people.
Sure.
Do you think a Tsonga guy would go to a place where it's like 99% Zulu? He would think he would survive.
He thought he was gonna survive. And here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Zuma is
Do
smart
you guys
character.
know why he left the EFF?
Yeah.
What was his reason?
The reason for him leaving the EFF was that Zuma lied to him and told him that he wanted to unite all the black political parties under one umbrella, which is one party. Where he said that, I think, because Floyd says that I knew about the MK before it came into being. And I was also speaking to some of the leadership in the EFF about us saying, after the elections, whichever black party gets the most votes, we all go into that party and form one black party which will stand for the black people, which is what Floyd did. So after the elections, he said that this was an agreement that was on the table to say all the leadership of the EFF are supposed to jump from the EFF to the MK party, since the MK party got more votes from the elections. So Floyd went out, Dalimpov went out, Mzwandile Manyu went out, some other guys went out, and which also kind of like backfired for Ndlozi, since he was aware of Floyd's plan to leave.
Okay.
So this was the main reason why he left. But
So are you saying that he was misled
he was
by the
misled.
MK?
At the end of the day, what we are seeing, he was misled, he was lied to, and the reason why, probably, I was telling someone this, and I was saying Floyd was a fool to believe that Zuma will just quickly forget about the Zuma must go brigade that was there, the Nkandla brigade that was there. It was Floyd and Malema who was spearheading that.
So now, what happened to Floyd's followers? Because right now, people followed Floyd to the end, leaving the EFF.
I think now him proposing to start a new political party it's more of like okay, what the new political party is gonna do, Maibuye Africa, that's what he's proposing. It's gonna steal members from the EFF
And
gonna
the
steal
MK.
members from the MK, which kind of makes sense.
Yeah. So, but like, okay, I want to understand now, because Duduzile Zuma didn't like Floyd from the get-go.
Obviously, she wasn't gonna like Floyd, and it's simple. Do you know who Duduzile Zuma is?
The Zuma's daughter.
Zuma's daughter.
Okay.
Yes, she wasn't gonna like him because when Floyd came in, it was poisoned that he's gonna lead the MK after Zuma. A lot of people were saying he's gonna be a successor.
That's everybody. I also
But
thought it like that. So
guys, did you really believe that?
no, cause okay, let's just look at it politically. Even in the MK, who looks more reliable to lead in the MK if it is not Zuma? Because right now, this guy coming out of the EFF, we all knew he was the brains. It's like he, in EFF he was the brains, and then Julius was like the power. You know, so we knew that a smart guy is going to the MK. Of course, we don't see anyone politically smart as him in the MK. So it's more likely Zuma is gonna teach the young man and then just pass the torch. You know.
And also if you've been following the MK, how they've been doing, how they've been moving, Zuma has been taking Floyd everywhere. He's went to him to almost every church. You'll see Floyd in church, Yagashembe, wearing white and without any shoes on.
So Floyd was basically like a right-hand man to Malema, and then Zuma saw that and then
took him to be his right-hand man, and then they used him to write the constitution.
And he did that so perfectly. So
what you saw now?
So he was used.
I'm still repeating. He was used.
But wait, you can say
misled. He was lied to.
Can I ask this, bro?
Sure.
When you say this guy was used, he has the complete information of what MK stands for. He's the one who wrote that. He Jacob Zuma, when he was moving around KZN to all these churches, he was moving with him. So are you saying this guy didn't learn?
No, he did learn.
But
Here's the
and
thing.
then now, but are you not saying no?
And then now this tactics of starting another party while he's still in a party. Where did he get it from? Jacob Zuma.
Okay, speak, Shoki.
So I'm just saying,
Alright,
this
cool.
guy
I'm gonna come in
okay.
say something.
Say
Why
it.
No,
What
it's okay. I forgot what I wanted to say.
Okay, cool. Let me come in and say this, bro. As much as you've learned, your image has been tarnished. Your reputation has been tarnished. Which other political parties will want to work with you going forward? Even your members themselves. Because remember when he joined the MK, he said that we need to do away with this thing of small political parties and become one. Now, because now you've been chased out of MK, you want to go and start a
small political party.
And the quotes are there. The quotes are there. He said it himself. I'm quoting him. He said we need to do
But guys, I can
with
always change my mind. Just because I said something yesterday doesn't mean that
just because
I have to stick with it for the rest of my life. I can change my mind anytime.
Just
I don't feel like that anymore.
Just as Julius after saying I'll kill for Zuma, he said Nkandla must fall, and then after Nkandla must fall, Zuma must fall. He then went to drink tea with him.
Yeah, he still went to drink tea with him and he wanted to mislead his party.
So now I'm just looking at it. Even that, I'm just saying he was probably just saying it because that was the narrative him and Zuma was trying to portray. So he was just saying it because. But I don't think he really believed. Do you think?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about Julius Malema and Floyd. Julius Malema has the charisma. Floyd doesn't have charisma.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that charisma to he can lead. Like he's not a populist. To me, yes, he's a smart guy, but he's not a populist. As a political leader, you need to be a populist. Look at Zuma, for example. He's labeled as the most uneducated president, but he has people who believe in him, bruh. People who will die, people who will even go and loot shops in KZN for him.
No, but you see, with Zuma, it's a different story because Zuma now, let's just go back to 1980s, 19 something, bro. This guy, he was organizing weapons. Of course, he has deep connections. Of course, he has people who will die for him. Nobody compares to Zuma, maybe in this current age, in terms of maybe having people to stand for you. So the difference between maybe Zuma and Ramaphosa is that Ramaphosa got the white guys.
Okay, let me come with this question now. Let's look at Floyd, for example. What is this narrative in politics? What is his ideology in politics? What will get him people to say, we want to join your party? This is what you stand for. Because your political ideology, we see it before you even start a political party itself. We knew that Malema was a rogue, like he was rough. We knew he doesn't care. He'll call you off anytime. He's not scared of white people and whatever. That's what he built his base on. And that's what now, even when he speaks politics, he still speaks of that. You can see even why he still continues to sing, kill the boer, kill the farmer. It's because it's what he was doing during his time as an ANC Youth League president. But Shoki, what is Floyd gonna do that's gonna get him people?
Yeah, I think I get what you're trying to say.
No, me, I never saw him as someone
leader.
To start a, let's just say maybe to start his own political party to be a leader. But if he was in a popular party, he could be a leader. Like it's like Ramaphosa. It's like Ramaphosa. If
So
Ramaphosa
are you saying he
was in another political party, he was never gonna
lead. If he didn't have the money that he had, if he didn't have the money he had, Ramaphosa wasn't gonna lead.
He wasn't gonna lead.
So are you guys saying Floyd can't do it on his own?
Nah,
I don't. He doesn't look like he has the character to.
I was telling someone online, I was saying, for Floyd's party to succeed, he's going to need people who will be able to stand up to the EFF in parliament. He's going to need some young members who are going to be as rough as Julius Malema. Because when you get to parliament there, you need someone.
But I think what I noticed about him, I don't know much about what's going on, but I think what I'm picking up is that it means he also doesn't have a backbone. And you can't be a leader when you don't have a backbone.
That's the thing.
Well,
that's the thing.
The only backbone he had, I just believe when you got out of the ANC,
Sure.
him and Julius Malema decided to start the EFF. That's what he had to stand on.
That was-
Him leaving the EFF took his backbone. Like right now, he doesn't have anything to stand on.
That's the thing. And the worst part is now he still continues to attack the same EFF. He called them a cult. He said it's
Are
a
you
cult.
serious?
Yeah, he said that.
I
He said the EFF is a cult.
Oh, I think I remember. I think I
Yeah.
remember. but in his explanation, it kind of makes sense of what is a cult. Like you're not supposed to ask any questions. You just obey and stuff like
Your
that.
mic, bro, your mic. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just supposed to obey. Yeah, it's only the boss's word. That's the final word. Something like that. He said
But
something
it's the
like
same
that.
thing that he explains when one reporter said, "How are you able to say the EFF was a cult?" He says, I was in the cult. I was part of the cult."
That's how you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then the EFF, only one leader makes all the political decisions. You
But
just
guys,
have to
isn't this
agree.
what Juju also said when he left the ANC?
I don't know.
Did he not have any? It's like leaving a relationship. Most people will be bitter.
No, but
You'll get that one person who will just talk shit about the
Yeah,
other person.
yeah.
Is it not like that? Didn't
Well,
Julius say anything bad about the ANC when he left?
no, they all did. I think they all did. No, the EFF
Exactly,
Is,
so-
it's like okay. So I think
I'm
But-
not surprised
but-
that
but
he's
it-
saying.
it's a cult. It's a narrative that in the ANC not one leader made all the final decisions. We would come in as a group to make the final decision, but in the EFF we could make all the decisions we want. But at the end of the day, if Julius decides to override all your decisions, he will override them.
And which I also agree with you on that point, to say, as much as maybe we can say he said all those things because he's bitter, it's not necessarily that. He's right when he says I was part of the cult, because that's what he used to see, and that's what they used to do. As much as he was deputy president, it was more of like the orders are like this. If Malema says yes to this, all of you have to,
You
say,
have to say yes.
and you can't even reason with him behind doors and like, yo, bro, it can't be this. Like, not in public. I'm not saying in public because
Like,
all the
let's-
leaders don't want to
there's a
have
life-
their members arguing with them live on TV and all that. Like, you have to sit behind the boardroom, agree on this. But in the EFF, it's different. If Malema says tomorrow we support Orlando Pirates, all of us, you guys have to start buying Orlando Pirates t-shirts,
It's like
or
the
else you
practical,
jump.
the practical example we saw of how we dealt with Ndlozi, where you go and resign, and then when you resign, they ask me. If they ask me yes, I'll tell them yes. You did tell me. But before that, they can ask me. I'll say no, I don't know anything.
But why
about it
are you
until
telling them after I've left? Is it
No.
not my place?
Wait.
If they want to find out why did I leave, why are they not asking me?
No, let me just say. For
Where, as
before
someone-
no, I get it. They're asking me, did I know?
Mm.
If they're asking me before you resign, I'll say I don't know anything about it.
But after I've left, when are you gonna spill the bean?
No, I'm gonna say yes. I knew.
Why?
I knew. You told me. That's what I'm gonna say. Yes, she did say she wanted to quit. You ufambile.
But
what does
that's-
it matter anymore?
And
What
also-
does it matter
but
anymore?
also, Shoki, there's that
What
thing
does it
of
matter anymore? You
waiting-
gone, you
but
gone,
there's
bro.
There's that
I
thing
knew
of
you
waiting
gone.
for the horse to be the one that announces the issue.
But
so that
that's my chair to go. If someone is to ask me, go, why did your colleague leave? I'm gonna straight up tell them, go, please go and ask
Why?
them.
Not
No,
why.
no,
They
you
were
knew.
asking-
Did I know?
Yes,
You
the
know
question
that
is,
they
did
wanted
you
to
know?
leave.
Not why.
Hey,
The
man,
why- the why-
I don't think I'd be comfortable answering such questions. I don't wanna lie.
yeah.
But
Well,
here's the,
well,
here's
yeah,
the
we're
thing.
different,
You know, here's the thing with Floyd. Floyd threw Ndozi under the bus. He said Ndozi knew that I was gonna leave after the elections.
Oh.
Yes, and all the other leaders were supposed to follow, because I'm saying this was tabled. They even met in
Yeah.
some conference halls where they
Floyd said
discussed.
that.
He said that. He said he knew that I'm gonna leave.
Floyd,
And now
yeah.
that's where now Julius Malema
Went
was
to
like,
Floyd.
oh, so this guy was aware that
It's like,
this guy is
it's
leaving.
like you guys were conspiring.
You guys were
It's like
conspiring.
there was more to him resigning to the conversation. There was more to the conversation. Maybe he just decided to resign, and then you didn't resign. Mara, your guys talk
You're also
more,
gonna
guys.
leave. It's more like
There was
at some
more to
stage.
it.
It's also like at some stage you're also gonna leave and join him. So why don't you leave now? You remember when Julius was always coming up on the presser, saying, "Okay, they have left. We know they're still so and so and so. A good singer, what. He also wants to leave. Leave now. Don't even wait for us." He was now attacking Ndlozi in a way that says, you remember even insulted
remember.
and closed his wife because she liked a post Floyd where he said leaving the EFF was the best political decision I've ever liked. And it was like, your wife is busy on social media, she's busy doing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I felt like that was pity, bro. Like you feel sorry for a guy.
But if Floyd is to start a party, I think in conclusion, do you guys think it's gonna survive? Does it have what it takes to become, maybe for example, let's say, I don't see it becoming DA. I don't see it becoming the EFF as well.
IFP, bro. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like IFP. That's what I'm seeing, my bro.
But
like,
who's gonna support him? Okay, MK gets the support from the Zulus who still
no MK supporter is gonna leave and follow some
guys in Limpopo. Yeah.
Who?
I don't know. But some guys from Limpopo, bro, is gonna Tsonga guys, vendor guys, is gonna get guys in Limpopo, bro. Like
Floyd Faye. I mean,
because he I feel like he will relate more to those people, even in his talk, even in his understanding of the people. Bro, like I have one question, bro.
Sure.
Like, how many wars are needed there to be in this world for us to say we're in World War III? Like, how many wars, bro?
Someone said we're already in World War III, but it just comes up in bits and pieces, where first it was Russia and Ukraine. Now there's Israel and Iran, although before that it
was Israel and Palestine.
So we're already in World War III. And here's the thing about World War III.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily going to say kill everyone or maybe kill a lot of people, but what's going to happen is it's going to affect almost the entire world in such a way where the prices of so many commodities are going to go up.
Yeah.
Fuel is going to go up. Food is already expensive. We've not been getting enough grain from Ukraine and Russia. Yeah. It's the same thing that's going to happen now. Once Iran and Israel go on a full-scale war, fuel is going to be expensive.
But wait a minute.
Are we not affected?
Can I ask something? It seems like because right now Iran and Israel, Iran is retaliating against Israel. They've forgotten that Israel is still attacking Palestine, even till today.
Everything is just a deflection.
My problem is with the Ukraine and Russian war. The United States is involved via funding.
Isn't the United States involved in everything? I feel like they just can't mind their business.
In all the wars, bro. So like.
Somebody said Donald Trump, when he came into power, he started acting like the president of the entire world. Throwing tariffs everywhere, throwing tariffs. You're getting a tariff.
You're getting a tariff. Everybody's like Oprah Winfrey. Everybody was getting everything under your chair. It's a tariff right there, my boy.
And at the point was like, I don't even know what Lesotho or where Lesotho is. They're also getting a tariff.
Yeah, I didn't even know about anything. So, but then when he came in, and then it was like, if I was president, the war in Ukraine and Russia would not have happened. The war in Israel and Palestine would not have happened. Right now, we have like 5 wars going on around the world, though.
He's president,
and he's still the president. So, like, what? Okay, is it? Do we need to be told by the media that we win World War III or what? Or because or maybe because right now Africa, we don't know any African countries that are in war at war.
No,
there was war in
because there's war in Europe.
We are not in war directly, but we are affected by war. That's what I'm saying. We are part of it because we are affected by war ourselves. Whoever is supplying us with something, if it's from that war where we're getting some oil from Iran, we are affected as well.
Now we're affected by the grain too.
Yeah, we're now affected by the grain as well too.
So can we say right now we're in World War III?
We are. Hence I'm saying we don't need someone to really come out and say this is where
why are you saying we are?
Because
we are affected.
Because
if
right
something
now,
affects you are part of it.
Because right now it affects everyone.
We are part of it.
Because right now Russia was fighting Ukraine. Apparently USA bombed the pipeline that transports oil from Russia to Germany. And then right now Iran yesterday just bombed US bases in Qatar and this other place in Iraq.
You see why I live under a bubble. I just feel like all this is just too much.
So it's happening.
If you
right
think
now.
about it,
because the United States is involved, it doesn't show that in the media. We don't get to see.
Yeah, obviously they're gonna.
But if the United States was not involved, we're gonna be seeing, hey, Iran is doing all this. That's what we're seeing. Russia is doing all this matter. In the first place, if we heard about the Russian war, the UN or the United States were not supposed to put their bases in Ukraine. That was part of a deal.
They were never supposed to do that.
And then that they broke the deal.
They went ahead and did it. And here's the thing. Somebody was even saying, I was listening to the radio yesterday. Someone was saying, you see now, all these countries, your USA is now fighting to make sure that Iran doesn't go ahead with its own nuclear program, where they're going to develop their own nuclear bombs and all that, because it's going to be a threat to who? To Israel as well. They can crash out Israel anytime. And then obviously that's going to lead to a full-scale war. But when it comes to Africa, we are acting more like the humble brother because we don't even have anything to stand on. We don't even have a leg to stand on.
But bro, like right now, it amazes me that USA is trying to tell other countries not to have nuclear, but they have nuclear. Fuck out of here, bro. Like, bro, if you come with a knife and I just come with my fist to a fight, of course you're gonna beat me. If I come with a knife, you come with a gun, of course you're gonna beat me. Now,
if you say I shouldn't come with a knife, then don't come with a knife.
But now, don't tell me not to create knives in my backyard.
You
got so many knives and swords. You know.
Obviously, Iran is doing that to say they also want to protect Palestine in that way. To say if we have the nuclear capability as Israel and the USA. Then it means we can also have a say in this fight.
Exactly.
That is happening.
Now we negotiate. Instead of fighting, instead of you just coming and say and bulldozing us with power, then we can negotiate. You got nuclear, I got nuclear. We both don't want that war. So we're going to talk about